Hello, Forecaster here again, and we are back for episode 24 of the Railcraft server Let's Play. And in this episode, we're going to continue setting up the farms to operate correctly. And I hope I have all the stuff I need. So I've set up a sorting machine here, and we're going to hook it up to power. So I'm going to move this transformer there. It used to be touching the gearbox on this side, but it's now going to be touching it on this side. So we're going to put the MB transformer there, set that to fixed step down as well, and then we can connect sorting machine to cable like that. And it looks like it is outputting now east. It's the default route, but it looks like it automatically blacklists anything that is in a different row. So I think what I need to do is have it like that. So if I take this out now and I put in a stack, right, that's fortunate. Oh, it splits. Oh, right, it's because I input an entire stack at once. Okay, so it does seem to be it's outputting there first, which is not ideal. I'm still not sure about the order of this thing. And I'm overheating. I really wish it worked from the top to bottom, and even better if you could rearrange the rows so you can choose which order it would output in. I wonder what would happen if I put it below and then put that up here. So now if we take that out and we put an entire stack in here. Okay, so now it's outputting to here first, and then it's going to output it to the bottom second, which is fine. So let's do this then. No. I want you to connect to there, and then you to connect to there. Although not yet, actually. So now that has run out, there's a full stack in here. So if I input more, they're going to be sent down. Perfect. So now we can hook that up like that, and these should be sent away to the sorting system over there. Now, last episode I talked about having two ducts, one that goes from the farm to the from this farm to that one, which would be this duct, right? Yeah. And then we're going to have a duct that goes from here, or from the peat bog to the tree farm, which is going to be that. Now it looks like I may need a few more ducts because I just ran out. Now as for logistics, that goes that way. So I guess that's going to have to go through here. So if I take that like that, and I want that like that, and that like that, and then we need to quickly nip up upstairs, cast a couple of iron ingots, turn that on like that, and then quickly go get 4 pieces of wood. That should do. And then we'll get 12 iron ingots, and then we can make a bunch more ducts. Should be fine with this amount, so let's see, that goes to connect like that, and then we're going to have I guess I could have the cable here instead. And then I could probably do this a little smarter by having that connect like that. So if I put that like that and that like that, and then I can simply, actually, let's remove that, put that there instead. So it becomes like that. And then we can have this, no, we can have this connect to the hopper there, and then have this connect like that, going around the control lever, because I don't want to turn, I could have removed the lever, but I don't want to turn the farm on yet. Right, so down is the output, so we want to add logs, spruce wood to that, and resin, which I don't have any on me, but we can get one from over here. Although it would show up eventually in the sorting machine and then sit there because it doesn't have anywhere to go. But let's add in like that. So those are going to be sent directly to the sorting system over here, which is fine. And then we are going to handle sand and dirt. Dirt I have there. Now dirt should go into the farm, so it should go south. And sand we want to go to this side, which would be west. So west doesn't have anything, it's set as the default route. We definitely don't want that. So sand should be sent west to the peat bog. Now here, we're going to need to add a second sorting machine. And I'm going to have to put that on the bottom here, which should be fine. And then we can put a cable here to power it. So this is going to be the output now. So instead of having that connect to there, it's going to connect to the side here. So all the input will be through this sorting machine. And like I said in the last episode, the reason for that is because I need to split the dirt. So this duct will go over there. It needs to have half the dirt because we need it to, because once the eight bog earth output by this has been placed in the farm up top and turned into peat, they will output 8 pieces of dirt. Now 4 of those need to go back into the carpenter, and 4 of those, the ones that used to be sand, not specifically, but you know, ration wise, need to be sent over to the arboretum, and which is eventually going to turn them back into sand. And then the sand, 4 pieces of sand, are going to be sent back here through this duct, and they're going to be put into here and back into the carpenter. So here, let's see, up is the other sorting machine. So any sand goes up. Now for dirt, we want specifically 2 pieces, because we always want 2 pieces of dirt. And then up here, let's see, that is west. So east is the carpenter, and south is the farm. So we want 1 piece to go into the carpenter, 1 of the 2 pieces of dirt. And then south, which is set as the default route for some reason. Yeah, we probably don't want that. What exactly is up? Up is back into the farm. Does this have an inventory? That should be north. It claims north has an inventory. So it must detect an inventory in the MB transformer. So I guess it has an internal inventory for some reason. Maybe it's a result of it being sharing some stuff with other machines, perhaps. Maybe some fake upgrade slots or something. But we'll set that as the default route because it shouldn't actually be able to send anything that way, because the transformer shouldn't actually have an inventory. But yeah, so south should have 1 piece of dirt. And then we probably want any kind of product to go that way as well. So this is going to receive... What happened to the mycelium? That's... I could have sworn there was some mycelium somewhere around here. Also, what is this doing? Has this... Oh, it's run out of water. Okay, so the water supply has stopped, probably because of the advanced rocketry pipes not loading properly again, which happens quite frequently. But it's an easy fix, fortunately. Just need to break this and replace. And now it should be draining water into the base again. So now if we head back here, this should have water again and is operating. But yeah, so this should receive mycelium and mulch eventually. Now we do have some mulch in here, so we can borrow one of these and tell it to send them up as well. And we can check that that is working by putting it there, and it got sent back into here, which is perfect. Now we need a piece of mycelium because we need to tell it to send that. The sorting machine should send that to the south as well. And then we're going to tell this sorting machine over here to output that into the main, to the base in that direction. And I'm not sure how I want to handle this. Because, I mean, I have two faces on this sorting machine that I am not using, the south and the down face. I'm not sure if that is what I'm looking for. Because I would like the overflow from this to be sent to the base as well. Because I don't really want, or I want to be able to use it. Although the seeds don't really matter. I guess the wheat doesn't really either. It is going to build up here eventually. So I'll probably ignore this for now. But I will maybe do something about this in the future. The farming systems will probably be left down here even when we move into the new base. And I'll set up chunk loaders here or something, probably, so that the systems will run so yeah, not entirely sure how I'm going to do with that, but I will most likely leave them here because they would be a pain to move elsewhere, and they wouldn't really fit in the mountains anyway, because the farms take up quite a bit of space, unless I had them underground, but might as well leave them. And yeah, I'll probably have a chunk loader keeping that area loaded. And yeah, Now there isn't all that much left to do. I need to get the system going by inputting some materials. Now the Arboretum, of course, already has some humus in it, and it probably has a stash of dirt anyway already stored up. So but we're going to get the peat bog going, and like I've said before, obviously the Arboretum is going to be the bottleneck because it is rather slow. Trees grow pretty slowly, and the humus is consumed even slower than that because each block can grow 3 trees before turning into sand. We also need some fertilizer for the peat bog because it doesn't have any, I remember. So, don't I have any pre-made fertilizer somewhere? Oh no, I don't. Okay. Right. Let's get some sand. Get a bunch of this. And then we are going to make fertilizer. Oh, you get 5 from that? I thought it was... Huh. We can make stamps with seed oil. Alright. Well, whatever. That's fine. Let's make a bunch of that. And then put the rest of the apatite, which went into here, back into here. And then we're going to supply all the farms with the fertilizer that they need, and sand and such. Probably going to put a stack of sand and dirt into the carpenter to get everything going. Let's see how this is doing with fertilizer. That's actually run out. That explains why, yeah, there's a bunch of dirt in here already. Yeah, now it's harvesting. What you call it? Resin again. So we're going to want to keep these supplied, and I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that yet, because it's slightly inconvenient. Either I set up a duct, or I have a drone or something that I program to keep them supplied that takes fertilizer from a storage drawer or something. Anyway, let's do this. Right, I needed that stack of dirt that I put away. Let's put the dirt in and the sand in. So start producing bog earth, which is going to be put into here. So here we have mycelium. Now that was supposed, that should go up. As should the bog earth. And then in this, no, this mycelium should go south, the way of the dirt, like so. will end up in that sorting machine over there. And then the bog earth should go up into the farm, like so. And then here we should see this start processing that. All right. And now in this sorting machine, wait. What? Did it not arrive yet? Where did the mycelium go? Oh, there it is. Oh, right, that is receiving a redstone signal from there. So that stops that. Okay, well, we're going to have to inset this one more then, I guess. Like so. And then like so. And now mycelium there should... Alright, it ends up in here. But now I can take this, put it there, like that. And that should cause the mycelium to end up here. And then we'll send it down, and it will go over to the sorting system over there. So let's head outside and upstairs, or upstairs and outside, and have a look at how it looks on the surface. Alright. It's planted some trees before I managed to stop it. I've built a little edge of chisel bits. That looks freaky. All the way around, although I didn't cover the corners because of how it looks with better foliage. But it looks like I may have to do that anyway, so it's secure. Anyway, you can see that the bog farm has started going. The final tree has grown in the resin farm. We have produced 16 millibuckets of UU matter apparently, and it looks good. So here we should have mycelium, which I don't really know where I should send that. The drawback of not being able to output into the drawers is that I can't have a 2x2 drawer that accepts multiple items, because I need the hopper as a proxy. It will fill up with a single item. That's rather unfortunate, so I'll probably have to redo this some way. Yeah. I'm going to have to look into that. I may switch to a Railcraft based sorting system, which is going to be a little more flexible, I think, and will support the drawers properly. Although it's going to take up more space than this, but on the other hand, it doesn't use any power, so we don't need to worry about cables and such. So I guess that's what we will look into for the next episode, and then if I finish the controller program for the reactor refueling, we will perhaps look at that as well. This should be fine. And maybe I will deal with overflow from this. Because this isn't really good. I think this is basically stopped because there is... Yeah. It stops because there isn't room for the mulch in here. And I'm not sure what I can do about that, really. I would have to have some sort of regulation. I don't know. Maybe I should use rails down here instead to move items around. That'd probably be a bit simpler, and I could use supply modes. Yeah, I'm going to have to look or have a think about that. And we'll perhaps see about setting that up as well in the next episode. So, with that, I will see you then.